Welcome to the final episode of how to be an A player and scale your income to beyond 100k per year. Today's topic is the capstone, if you want to put it that way. The capstone of what we've discussed in all the other episodes. It's understanding your why. You see, building wealth isn't about just the financial side. It's about purpose. It's about when you are clear on your why that you gain focus, resilience, you become bulletproof, you become unstoppable of achieving that why. Any challenge that you face, they just become opportunities. You turn challenges into opportunities because you're so driven by that core purpose that you have. Understanding that allows you to create success and wealth. I mean, what does success really mean? Yeah, you got to really get down into the depths of this. And that's what we're going to go and do in this video. So enough talking, let's get started. So before we begin, ask yourself this: why do you really want to be a six-figure plus earner? Well, for me, it's more about the freedom that you get. It's that you only live this one life, well, depending on your beliefs, but now's a good time to do it, right? You only live this one life and you get this opportunity to do anything that you want. You live in 2024, 2025 that you may be watching this video, and everything is at your fingertips on the internet. You can see others doing it. Why not you? Or maybe it's about legacy. Maybe it's about helping other people. I mean, I do these videos and I don't expect anything in return. It's about giving back and helping more people, sharing the learnings I've had from working and building millionaires, building businesses across the globe, owning and investing in businesses as an entrepreneur. The information that's out there isn't clear, it's not right. It's there because there's some sort of sales pitch behind it all. And that's why I'm giving it all out. So what's your reason? What's your why of why you want to do it? Because look, the more that you chase after the money, it's a bit like kiss chase at school. Yeah, bringing back some bad memories there actually. It's like kiss chase at school. You chase after the girl, you chase after the boy, they run away. Yeah, it's called kiss chase. You're chasing after them. So if you're chasing after money, then money will just get further and further away. You need a bigger purpose. You need to work on yourself, your character. And money as a character isn't usually the right driver for people, because sometimes you might need the money and sometimes you might not. So having this deep understanding of your why is going to be the thing that really pushes you further forward. In the previous video, I actually said the word why is so overused now. What you're actually looking at is your driver. What is the driver of what you're doing today, tomorrow? And understanding your why just drives you every minute of the day instead. So here's how you can start to craft that powerful why. Number one, by understanding your why, it creates clarity. When you know your purpose, decision-making becomes a lot easier. If you've got an opportunity there, you don't need to think about it anymore. And if you look at the most successful people in the world, they are fast at taking action steps to make sure that they get there quicker than everybody else. But they just do it a lot quicker than everybody, and they do it daily, making decisions. Understanding that why allows you to achieve like hyper-focus, hyper speed, acceleration, velocity. You get to ignore all the distractions. So get really clear on that why. And by the way, if you want to get clear on your why, if you download the ebook that we spoke about in the last episodes, it's in the description below. It's the playbook to 100k per year for A players. In there is something about understanding that clarity of where you're going. So if you want to get a copy of that, it's free. You're welcome to go and download it if you want it. Number two, understanding your why fuels persistence. Challenges are inevitable. Doesn't matter what you do, you will have a challenge. Whether you are a teacher, you're going to have challenge with children. Yeah, you may think, oh, my why is to help all the kids and change the future. But yeah, great, until some little bastards playing up, and then you're like, oh, okay, well, this wasn't as easy as I thought it was going to be. But you've got to overcome those challenges so you can achieve that why. So you've got to have that persistence, and having that strong why, having that driver is going to get you through those times. And number three, this is where, you don't just copy someone else's why. You've got to really understand your own. And that comes back down to your values. What is your true values of life? Yeah, what do you value the most? The biggest value that I have, for example, is that I think it's such a shame for people to go through life and not really understand what they're capable of achieving. And when I see people just sitting around watching, a little bit of Netflix is okay, but if they're just sitting watching TV all day, you're not really achieving the life that you were meant to put on this earth for, So that's my why. So what's your why? Yeah, what could you go out there and achieve as yours? So really think about this, guys. Really think about it. Write down that why, understand your core values, underpin who you are as a character, and make sure you have your own personal why that drives you. So how do you find your why? Discovering your why. Okay, so in the ebook, there is a blueprint for this if you want to go and grab that and use that template. If not, then I'll talk you through some of the elements of it now. So you've got the bucket list versus the non-negotiable list, okay? The bucket list is all the things that you want to achieve. The non-negotiables are the things that you do not want to be doing at all. For example, a non-negotiable for me is that I won't be working away, right? I've got small children, and as a dad, a non-negotiable for me is that I want to build a life where I don't have to be under someone else's control to be away from them. Yeah, okay, if it's a few nights or I've got to go to a conference or a speaking gig in America, Japan, whatever it may be, then yeah, I'll do that. But if it's something that is like consistent and it's out of my control, I can choose whether I do the speaking gigs or not, then I need to be in control of it. That's a non-negotiable. I also call non-negotiables, by the way, in the A Players 100K playbook, the fuck it list. The things that I say, fuck that, I'm not ever doing that, and that's not the life I want to live. And you may be doing some of that right now. Yeah, so getting really clear on that is very useful. Again, this is all in that playbook. Don't go through that. So here's what I want you to do. Go and check out the playbook on that. Write down, if you haven't got the playbook, it's the bucket list and the fuck it list. What are the things that you are your dreams, your goals, and that you want to achieve? And that drives your why. It's not the why, by the way. It's not the target that you're after, but it helps drive it. So take 10 minutes today to fill out that list and really get thinking about what is it that you actually want. Why do you want 100K per year plus? Have a good think about it. Step 2 on that is the direction on target tool. As I just mentioned, the goals that you've got and the fuck it list, the life that you don't want to live. Now you've got to think about what is the thing that overcompasses them all. So the direction on target tool is the part at the top of that page that we're talking about. This tool brings everything into a milestone. So in NLP, if you ever hear of NLP, neuro-linguistic programming, people get you to imagine that place in the future along the timeline. Where in your timeline are you seeing something that you want to achieve? So for example, if you're watching this YouTube video now, just stop right now, look around where you are, the room, the train, wherever you may be, and that is a video of where you are. What does the video look like when you've achieved your goals? Get that real crystal clear. Now take that video. It could be you're on a beach somewhere with the family around you and your friends, and there's drinks and all sorts. You maybe got your own private island. Maybe you got your own skyscraper office that you're working from. Whatever that may be, take that snapshot. That is the image that you need to capture that encompasses everything. Now, the reason you don't have lots of different ones is because you can chase after one thing and then the other thing, but having that one snapshot of an image gives you that target that you will always be aiming for. This is an extremely powerful tool. Save that as your desktop, and every day that you do your journal, your power journal, and write down your power moves, the stuff that we mentioned in the previous episodes, then you can have that and go, right, that's the direction I'm going. That's the part of the timeline. But timeline's different people, by the way. It could be that way and behind you. It could be up and down. Whatever way it works for you. The timeline is that snapshot in the future that you will be heading. Now you've got that picture in mind. The next one is reflect on your core values. What makes you angry or deeply inspired? These emotions point to your values, which are integral to your purpose. We spoke a little bit about core values at the start. Now it's about refining them. These are the things that I stand by. So here's the challenge for you. Flip what frustrates you into a guiding principle. Okay, if you really want to find out your core values, people go, I work with businesses and they go innovation, leadership, all this bollocks, right? It's not. What they're actually looking at there is that the reason why they started the firm in the first place is what makes them unique. And it's the same for everybody. It's the same for individuals as well. It's the same for millionaires as well. They are clear on what they stand for. So the actual task that you can do to to figure out your core values is think about the things that really piss you off in the world. What are the problems that you see in the world? If you hate world hunger and you think everyone should be fed and deserves the right to food, then your core value is about giving. It's about equality, right? So these are just some examples that you can use. Have a good think about it. Write down your core values because they are ultimately the driver of everything that you do. So Lewis, why does this help me achieve 100k per year? Yeah, you're watching a fucking video about how to achieve 100k per year. Why are we talking about core values? Here's the next things that you're going to do. These are the next steps of why this is really important for you being an A player and a very high income earner. Number one, by understanding the things that we just spoke about with the core values and the why and everything that we just mentioned, you attract the right opportunities to you. You see, whether you know it or not, you are always giving off verbal communication signals, visual communication signals, subconscious signals. Look, just because, I know people that will say one thing and they'll put a little smirk on their face, or you can see in their eyes that they do a little squint when they say something. Well, yeah, the words are coming out that they're saying something, but the visual communication isn't right. And where that comes from is the underpinning of their subconscious, yeah? Whether they like it or not, subconsciously, they're letting off the message that they don't align with the thing that they're saying. So you need to align with it, okay? So more opportunities will start to come to you the more signals that you give out there that align to your purpose. So you start to attract more opportunities. These could be clients, they could be work partners, they could be new jobs, they could be mentors who align with you and your values that want to work with you, okay, or take you or coach you to that next level. Number two, understanding the principles really helps you stay motivated. You've got to be in a real driven state. I would actually change the word motivation there. It helps you be in that A player state more often because you've got purpose that is driving you. And number three is that you build legacy, not just income. What is the goal here? As I mentioned, high income earners who operate with purpose, they don't see money as the goal anymore. You see, when you're going for that 100k or that first million, it's about, oh yeah, okay, I want to be a six-figure earner, I want to be a seven-figure earner. But by the time you get to seven figures, it's not about the money anymore. It's about creating something bigger than what you thought was possible. And the reality is that if you look at the highest earners in the world, let's say lawyers or doctors or consultants, I want about like time for money earners, right? You've only got a certain amount of hours in the day before you start to experience some sort of burnout, okay? You still need to live. So let's say that's 10, 12 hours a day, a maximum that you can do. You can only earn as much as you can in that 10 to 12 hours. And if you look at how that caps out, anybody that's over like 600, 700,000, 800,000 income, they're kind of starting to tap out, yeah? They're starting to reach that barrier where they can't charge anymore for their hours. And the only way you start to break through that is through different ways of thinking. Multiple streams of income that allow you to make money leveraged, not just while you sleep, but leveraged. I talk about that in other videos, by the way. So if that's something that interests you, then make sure you subscribe to the channel because we talk about that. But yeah, if you're building a legacy, is your legacy to be working 80, 90 hours a week? Or is your legacy to actually be seeing family and friends? You can make all the money you fucking want, but if you can't spend it, it's no good in the grave. So you really need to think about it here of what you actually want. It's about legacy, not just about income. As I promised, and I do it in every other video, I never leave a video without something for you to actually go away and take steps forward to helping you move forward. Now, here's some things that you can start to do based off this video, just a few ideas. There's a lot more in the playbook. If you go and get the A Players 100k per year playbook, it's in the description below. Here's what you can start to do from this video, okay? Number one, anchor your why in your morning routine. Look, do the biggest thing that's going to make that power move. A power move is something that you do each day to win the day. Win each day. So don't leave it till the last minute. Don't let things get in the way throughout the day and all these distractions come in. Do it first thing. Get your morning routine right so you would do the thing that you've got to do. When I know that I've got to do videos like this or podcasts for the A Players podcast, I'll put it in the diary first. Get up early. I get up at 5 a.m. You know, a bunch of me and my friends call it the 5 a.m. club. We're all talking about what did you do in 5 a.m. club this morning to create your power moves? And it becomes real fun, right? And then when you're starting to accelerate and you see all these people coming with you, it gets good. Yeah, it gets real fun. Number 2, align your weekly goals. It's in the book as well. Get that direction on target, break down into those 90-day goals, then the weekly goals. Yeah, so 90-day, monthly, weekly goals. What do you need to do this week to achieve something to know that you've won the week? Not just win the day, won the week. Win the day, win the week, win the month, win the year. So you've got to be winning that more weeks, more often. So write down the weekly goals that you want to achieve, and moving closer to that direction of target every day. Number 3 is you've got to celebrate the meaningful wins as well. Look, there will always be another win. There will always be something bigger. There'll always be something better, something to compare yourself to fucking whatever it may be. You've got to celebrate your own wins. They are yours. So if you're with a partner, go and celebrate. Make sure that you get some food in, or you go out for lunch or for meals more often. Don't just let it become really passive. If you don't celebrate it, even with the smallest celebrations, a big challenge that a lot of my friends get into, and previous clients as well, is that they just keep on going. They just keep on going and going. So I say to them, every year, make sure you buy yourself a nice birthday present. Yeah, and you can just imagine the sort of birthday presents they actually buy when they becoming 6-figure earners and 7-figure earners. It becomes really nice to see that people have took this information, going out there and achieving more often and buying themselves nice stuff as well, not just saving it all up in a bank account. So your why is the foundation of lasting wealth and fulfillment. Really think about it. When you're clear about what that means for you, every decision, every action you take, everything becomes a lot faster. It becomes a lot more accelerated with purpose and meaning. People say to me, Lewis, can you create a video and come on a podcast or do a presentation at a conference about work-life balance? Yeah, look, okay, people may see me that I've got work-life balance, but to be honest, if you ask my wife, we're always just talking about fucking business and podcasts and everything like that. And I don't think this work-life balance thing actually helps everybody. I think it creates a false construct in people's minds of what it actually takes. What it actually takes is, if you're going to be a high-income earner, 6 figures, 7 figures, you've got to be dedicated to it and you've got to live it. Yeah, whether you like that or not, you have to live it. Don't get so caught up about work-life balance. It's bullshit. You're you with a purpose. And when you're on purpose, you just think about this all the time and it naturally comes out and you're communicating it all the time. Don't fight it, live it. So if you've missed any of the previous episodes, the last one was about how to use the playbook to create a 6-figure life, to learn how to turn these principles into actionable steps. So go back and listen to that if you want to get more out of the playbook. And with that, we wrap up the whole series. It's been an incredible journey exploring this mindset with you guys, giving you the tools and strategies to become this A player and scale your income to 100K per year. So remember, your success isn't just about what you achieve. It's about what you do and who you become. Most of all, who you become along the way. If you become a high income earner, it doesn't matter where you go. You will always be a high income earner, not because of your income, but the character that you are. That's what's important, building that 100K character. So I really appreciate you guys for joining me on this. Don't forget to like, subscribe. And also, there's some people out there that really need to hear this. I get comments in the comments on YouTube, and thank you everybody, by the way. I promise to give you shout outs in the next video if you do leave a comment as well. But they're saying, like, why aren't more people resonating with this? Well, the reason for it is more people, I'm just not visible enough yet. And it's not really my goal to be, but I'm so glad that you're getting a lot of value from this, guys. So smash the like button and drop a comment to let me know what you want to see in the future, what new series you would like me to create. So let's stay connected, because while this is the last episode of this series, the journey for you is just beginning. Here's to your 6-figure life and beyond.